We both know why you're here, and that's to talk about Fallout 76.
Fallout 76 released 6 years ago. It is still classified to this day as one of the worst AAA launches of all time. Not only with a horrible game launch, but also with many controversies around the collector pre-order edition with the Canva bag that I'm sure you're tired of hearing about. And Bethesda was even receiving lawsuits due to the poor state that Fallout 76 launched in.
I'm not kidding.
Many people believed that Fallout 76 was going to be the online Fallout experience that was released horribly and that Bethesda would abandon quickly after collecting hundreds of millions of dollars. Bethesda had two options: abandoning Fallout 76, providing no support for the game, and earning hundreds of millions of dollars off of the worst AAA game launch of all time. Or they stick with the game, provide it constant updates and support, and lead it to what it is now. Thankfully, for the portion of the Fallout community that wanted an online Fallout game that was actually supported and pretty decent, they stuck with the latter.
But the team kept working on it, and you kept playing it. And through all of that, something amazing has happened. It's thanks to all of you.
Fallout 76, even after one of the worst AAA launches in history, has managed to climb its way out of the biggest shithole it's ever put itself into. And trust me, with reviewers hating Fallout 76 and the general gaming community actively shitting on it daily, that was going to be a challenge. Not only did Fallout 76 launch to a bunch of bugs and optimization issues, but also to very poor quality of life features, like for one I know a lot of players who played at launch are going to recognize the incredibly low stash space that we had. Not only was Fallout 76 on a technical level complete garbage, but on a level when you're taking a look at it from the lens of someone who plays a Fallout game. Take a moment, what do you play a Fallout game for? Its characters and its world. Fallout 76, in my opinion, got its world right from the start. Beautiful landscape, interesting areas to explore, massive map with distinct regions. Its story and characters didn't have any. I mean, I just need you to understand, the team that was working on Fallout 76 back in 2019 thought it was a good idea to put a battle royale in the game before adding human NPCs.
I'm not kidding.
And while I would love to see Nuclear Winter return, the current developers who are doing Fallout 76 are doing a much better job with the quality of life features and with recognizing what players want for Fallout 76. Fallout 76 went through a solid 16 to 18 months of a technical drought until Wastelanders released, and I still remember the morning of installing the update, being super hyped for the DLC, and absolutely loving the expansion. They added new characters, a new storyline, new enemies, new weapons, new armor, new currencies, an entire new faction system, actual reputation systems to unlock new gear, an actual proper endgame, and a new world boss. And they also released the game on Steam, which to this day still gets solid numbers considering the initial launch of the game. With Wastelanders, Bethesda had a brand new start for Fallout 76, and for the rest of 2020, they did not disappoint the fan base, with plenty more content updates and tons of new quality of life features. I mean, they added daily ops, one wasteland to make every single enemy scale to your level, a free battle pass for all players, introducing a new world boss event, introducing public teams, introducing even more weapons and armor, and a whole other quest line, introducing the Brotherhood of Steel into Appalachia. For Fallout 76 fans that have been playing long term, there has always been a reason to play this game, with new updates every few months, a new season to play, new scoreboard to grind, and just as of the last few weeks, they have introduced a new endgame raid, which is pretty damn good. Since the launch of Fallout 76, Bethesda has completely transformed the game. If you played on the beta or on the launch day of 76 and played it right now, you would notice a massive difference between what you played back in 2018 and what you're playing right now. And if you didn't, Bethesda clearly fucking failed at their job. Thankfully, they haven't. I feel like this needs to be made apparent, however, that Fallout 76, a game with arguably the worst AAA launch of all time, is standed the test of time and is now one of the most sold and played games on Steam, Xbox Game Pass, and PlayStation. How Fallout 76 is now one of the remaining live service games from the 2010s era is astounding to me. Bethesda had that opportunity, and an extremely easy opportunity, to take the money and run and to leave no further investment into Fallout 76, but instead, the Fallout 76 developer team has done an absolutely amazing job. From every single person who has had their hands on Fallout 76 and has worked on Fallout 76 updates since the release of the game has done an amazing job. They have turned the ship entirely from the worst AAA game launch of all time to a game with arguably one of the best online communities of all time.
This game has one of the best online communities we've ever seen. We made a post-apocalyptic survival game where you can do whatever you want and everybody's nice to each other.
If you find the right people, Fallout 76 has one of the nicest and most helpful communities you can find out there. Because of course there will always be detractors from the community, but the majority of people in the Fallout 76 core community are amazing people. Fallout 76 is a game I recommend that you go out and try. Whether if you pick the game up on Xbox Game Pass or if you get it on a pretty steep discount, because the game usually goes around for $10 every few weeks. The game is in one of the best states that I could see a live service game being in right now for its core community. The majority of people are happy with the updates that have been releasing, the majority of people are happy with the quality of life features that have been releasing, and we're getting to become a ghoul early next year, and it's apparently pretty good. Other developers, like BioWare, like Rockstar Games, abandoned their live service titles like Anthem and like Red Dead Online because of their lack of support for the game, and because they didn't believe that there would be enough return for the amount of investment they put in. And while Anthem and Red Dead Online launched in poor states, it's arguably that Fallout 76 launched in a much worse state and was hated on by the majority of the gaming community, compared to what Red Dead Online and Anthem received as backlash. I mean, not only did Fallout 76 get a raid, a literal endgame raid, that is one of the biggest pieces of content for endgame players that the game has ever seen, but we also got a map expansion in the summer. For the past year and a half, the size and quality of the content that Bethesda has been adding to Fallout 76 has only been growing, and that is especially apparent after the massive success of the Fallout TV show and the 1 million players that played Fallout 76 in a single day. 1 million people playing the same game on the same day, and especially a game like Fallout 76 that was by far one of the worst, and I've said this so many times, I'll say it one more time, one of the worst AAA launches of all time. Something that Bethesda stuck with, and something that they've been reaping the rewards of. Fallout 76 could have been another Anthem, could have been another Red Dead Online. Instead, they stuck with it. I have the utmost respect for every single developer who has been working on the game since launch. I have the utmost respect for the Bethesda heads who have not canned the game because of maybe low player numbers or low microtransaction sales. And I have the utmost respect for the people at Xbox who have entrusted these developers at Bethesda to ensure that Bethesda can still roll out content updates for the community of players who still want to play an online Fallout game. In my opinion, Fallout 76 can still be around for another decade, and in my opinion as well, the game still has a long way to go, with more endgame content that needs to be added, with more content that should be adhering to the newer players that want to join the game, and much more storylines that they could be telling in the game. In the Fallout universe, for these developers at Bethesda, the possibilities are endless. I am super happy and super excited to see that this studio has stuck with the game, and I am again extremely excited to see the future of the game. Thank you all for watching this video. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like, sharing, commenting, and subscribing if you so choose to. Thank you all for watching this video once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
The other kids in the block would say, you know, I'm going to play quarterback for the Cowboys, and I'd be like, I'm going to make video games, and everyone's going to play them. Like, you dork. Go back to the chess club. Who's laughing now? Yes, I was in the chess club.